Hi guys, welcome to my 7th lecture of my day trading course. Today we're talking about fair value gaps and we'll see them on the charts. We'll try to spot them and see how price reacts after hitting either a CE or maybe a full fair value gap. And before we jump into it, guys, don't forget to join my Telegram. All the PDFs will be there. I'm a bit lazy right now because of winter holidays and all this stuff, but definitely I'll publish everything once I have time. I think it might be either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Check it out because my trades are still there, and let's jump straight into it. And let's have a look on the higher time frame. We'll start from higher time frame as they hold more value, and we can see this, for instance, massive fair value gap. And that's actually a pretty interesting case immediately, because here you could have done two things. You could have entered something like that, I would say. And then you would have your take profit, say here. So 6 risk reward ratio. In case you enter on the first step in, or I mean, yeah, obviously, maybe you would enter even here in case you enter in the first one. But in case you enter on CE, you wouldn't have taken this trade because it just didn't, like probably by a tick, it didn't go up to it. In case you would go for, and let's actually mark it down for our fair value gap. And if you guys want to have this markings, all you need to do is you just need to create a new form. You need to go to settings, then you style it as you want. Then you go template, save as, type in the name, press save, and then you'll have all the templates. It's really good. It really saves you time, guys. Definitely a must-have tool. So guys, that's looking like this, and you could have taken actually this trade lots of times. 3 times you could have taken this trade from this fair value gap alone. And at some point, yeah, you can see here you will get stopped out, but that's just an example of this fair value gap. Let's try to find something else really quick. It's really good because it's immediately after a super big candle. We also have inverse fair. I actually don't trade inverse fair value gaps because if fair value gaps, they are filled sometimes fair value inverse fair value IFVG. Let's say FVG and IFVG. I don't want to say fair value gap, just too much time. IFVG, they don't have to be filled, so they can just get skipped or just just railed through. While in my practice, in my experience, fair value gaps, they are filled at some point of time. So that was one example. Let's see. Let's try to find another fair value gap. For instance, this one. And let's see how price would have reacted from it. Okay, so here we're stopped out 100%. No chance. And here, yeah, same. Again, very nice entry. Again, and guys, being stopped out here is actually not so crucial in case your risk reward is crazy, right? You can lose 8 trades, win 1, and still be profitable if your risk rewards are like 1 to 10. So look, let's have a look here. So for instance, we're entering like this. We're putting this to 50%, right? And let's say we are targeting this fair value gap. We're target, even though it's kind of not valid anymore, but that might be an idea to put your take profit at. Oh no, it was actually not. Oh look, that's actually a very good trade. I actually like it a lot. That makes it 16 risk reward ratio trade. Really nice. But if you would have gone here instead, if you would think, okay, that's just, you would put your stop. If you're entering on a CE here, you would put your stop somewhere here. Unfortunately, you would get liquidated. But guys, as I said, risk reward compensates it all. Let's remove this. Let's have a look further. IFVG here again. Don't trade it. I don't want to even break it down. If I don't trade it, I'm not gonna look at it. I'm trying to. Obviously, there are a lot of fair value gaps like this, which are just like bad trades. And maybe I should also show this, like right now, guys. You can see didn't work here, just didn't go anywhere. But obviously that's 4 hour time frame. Let's see. Let's try to roll back, maybe. Replay. Lost it for a second. Start new. Let's try to roll back maybe to this point. Okay, that's actually not so bad. And let's go to 15 minutes. Let's see something from here. Yeah, so we were like a couple of ticks away from entering on a CE. And I already forgot what did I see here, but for instance, you were entering here, put your stop over here, you put your, here we have our value gap, and let's think it would be closed. In case you're guys unsure, your trading experience or whatever tells you that 50% might not be reached. What I started doing is I started putting it at 25%, roughly. And in case you cannot do roughly, what to do is just do something like this, and that red line is 25%. So I was actually quite precise just looking at it, and just a tool you might want to use. So let's see. And we put our take profit. Is actually not such a big take profit. You probably, if I would have entered trade, 287 is actually all right for some people. I'm trying to aim in for something at 4. Maybe I would go for something like this. And in case I've done my research and there are more confluences, which I'm guys saying do not trade like that, do use some other confluences, we would maybe go for something like this even. But I don't think this trade would turn out this way. Okay, so we did hit our first take profit, which was initially 286, and this makes this fair gap invalid, and then it's moved to the upside, right? Should be. Yeah, okay. And look, very interesting in here. Maybe some of people would enter like this. Let's see what we would have. Oh, sorry. Take profit would have been probably here, right? 4.6. It's pretty nice. In case you want to go safer, you go here, and it's already a take profit. 293, so it's almost 3 take profit, which is pretty good. And let's see how it turns out. Okay, so in case you would go for a smaller take profit, you would have gotten this trade. In case you're going for something bigger, unfortunately not. Let's go back to 4 hour. Let's clean this. And let's go somewhere maybe back in time. Let's see. I want to show you maybe some clean 50% entry. But guys, this lesson is not to show you some tactics. All these threads will be talking maybe way later in the course. This I'm just showing you how to mark, spot, fair value gaps, and maybe the process, thinking process in your head that should be, wait. Let's see something like this. Here it's actually no wick, so I wouldn't take this as a fair value gap. You can take this one on the bottom or this one. And fair value gaps are something you see a lot. So that's why I don't really trade this 15 minutes fair value gap. I didn't even have it like 30 minutes ago. I didn't have this. I only had 1 hour and 4 hours. And let's try to take something from 4 hours again. Will we have okay, we have a FVG here. Let's scale down. And let's see when we would get to the CE level. Okay. So we're getting to the CE level. 50%. Put in our stop here. And let's maybe try to go for 3 risk to reward. Something, or what would be a good take profit here? Okay. Let's see, without any analysis, kind of like this idea. Let's see how we end up. I don't remember Solana if you hit in 156. Yeah, It didn't work out. Guys, I haven't been preparing for it. No, like, I didn't go back in time and like, okay, I need to show this fair value gap, just pure honesty. Showing you how fair value gaps works. Also, sometimes I do magnet the price to them. And on in my Telegram, in a lot of trades, you can see how I trade based on fair value gaps. And actually, wait, maybe if I go to Bitcoin, that's actually might be a good idea. Show you some trades if I have still marked here. Oh no, wait. Need to exit replay, leave. Okay, look. 4 hour fair value gap. And I broke this trade down in a shorts video and as well in my Telegram. I was not sure it would hit 50%, so I decided to enter on a 25. And you can see this was a really clean entry. I did have more guns. I have order block here. Yeah, my stop was this way because I thought that in case we go over 50%, which I was not sure, we would definitely go in lower. So I didn't want to do all the way like this. I was confident in just going like this. Even at some point, my mind was just to put something super close, but decided to end up with this. Yeah, and that's how it turned out. Unfortunately, I already removed some drawings. And maybe my... yeah, and I'll remove this soon as well, maybe. Let's see. Also fair value gap here. I guess at this point, guys, you can see easily. Let's see Zach. Maybe I still have something here. No, unfortunately not. For our fair value gap, it's been invalidated. I'm not sure. 50% entry here, guys. Super good. Super. Wow. Look how good of an entry it could have been. So in some unreal life, some TikTok traders would obviously show you something like this, right? Something like, oh, 32. No, that I don't think somebody would ever enter this. I think a smarter way here, the maximum you could go for is something like that, right? 13. In case you're a guru, you're going for 16. I don't know. In case you're just a gambler, you go for 23. But the guys, that's actually a great entry. I'm pretty happy I decided to open a Zach chart. Here, actually, my trade was purely of rejection block, and happy with that. Something I'm gonna cover later, maybe. That was also my trade. 25% of 4 hour fair value gap. At some point, I saw that okay, it's time for it to go down, and that's how I entered. Initially, I wanted to take this CE of fair. Actually, guys, look. Perfect chart. I should have opened Zeka instead of Solana. A great one to take profit here. But, guys, it didn't happen. I had to have the 6 risk reward. It's pretty great. Let's look at Ethereum. Yeah, kind of the same thing as with Bitcoin. 25%, a win, 6 risk to reward. Anything? Oh my god, what was that? Also some zones probably. I haven't marked them. Yeah. Okay, guys. Small practical lesson on fair value gaps. I think by now, if you watch it and maybe watch it again, you will actually understand how everything works, how to mark them down. One of my favorite confluences, but as I said, guys, do not trade purely fair value gaps. Do look for something else. And I wish you all the best, guys. Happy New Year. I think you've heard it many times by now, but I want to wish you again. And I will see you in the next video.